top marketing executives in the world. Adidas is going to tell you this amazing story. You see Run attached with Adidas, them putting up the sneaker Run's house. He created it. Everybody that you've seen through Adidas in the last 15 years has had to deal with it. He's done integrated sourcing. And he's my dearest friend and brother, so we thought we'd bring it back to where we came from. He's going to tell you what he does, what he's trying to do here. These are some of my new strategic partners. You need to roll with us and find out what we're doing. This is a bridge to the next phase. So speak for me today. You can talk about how we're aligned with it.
All right, and Sweetie, you never lost for words, so I'll take over. But I mean, I want to just welcome everybody first on a cold morning like this. Like we said, this
hey, big bro.
Probably exemplifies what Sweetie's sort of bringing to the other boroughs. Hollis, like I was telling a few people, Hollis is probably the most influential community in rap music. And just like the rest of the city is going through a tough time. We had 2 community centers here that's not used anymore. There's one behind the building, a school, and there's one across the street that we all went to. Russell Simmons, Run DMC, LL Cool J, Ja Rule, the list goes on. We had a PAL, which this belt is actually the lady that ran this was a beautiful old lady named Miss Laura that ran it for years and was like all of our mothers in the neighborhood. Her grandson was the Queen's champion, and the PAL saved a lot of our lives. It gave us something to do. Right now in this neighborhood, there's nothing to do, no resources. The buildings across the street, all 6 are abandoned for the last 15 years. So as I started coming home more and more in my marketing career, I sort of wanted to do something to just start remotivating and rebuilding this neighborhood. So this restaurant was the first vehicle to start that. We started by hiring out-of-work handymen in the neighborhood to build it, and we built it with the doors up and the windows open and let the people see that the community was building it. The second stage we launched the Hip Hop Museum, which we launched with DMC and got right up in the New York Times, so it went Associated Press, and that sort of was the stage where we wanted to show the city that Hollis was still here. We've had everybody from Snoop Dogg, Little John, celebrities come, and we've had 30 countries come all the way from Russia, Slovakia, East Europe. So within that stage, we were able to show New York that this is a viable tourist destination, and that can be used to start rebuilding the neighborhood. And our third conversation with them is going into, this will be the new site of the Hip Hop Walk of Fame, from here down to 25th, which is Run DMC and Jam Master Jay Way. We got that done. And that's the only street in the world named after rappers. So there's a lot of things in this community that will attract tourism, which we want to use the corporate sponsorship to sponsor the stars in the ground, and then the sponsorship will go back to rebuild the neighborhood. So it's a simple strategy, simple process, but it's very effective, and it runs along the same line of what Sweetie is doing in the other communities. But it's just time to use the business of hip hop to start rebuilding a lot of these communities and start helping in areas that the traditional business structure they don't see. And we know where those areas are. Hollis is my main focus. Sweetie, it has a more broader focus, but in Hollis we are 100% behind him with whatever he do or whatever you guys do. So I'll keep it short and I want to say just thank you for coming out. It's a cold morning, but I'm sure you're going to warm a lot of people up out there. And anything I can do for you here, the museum is here, the hip hop restaurant, we're here to support you in any way possible, anything you need, we're here.
And his initiative is probably things I've been talking to a lot of strategic partners about. So when I was rapping and put me up there, he was doing
I showed them your signature. See Sweetie's signature is on that second shoe on the wall right there. Sweetie was one of the guys that helped to pioneer hip hop in Queens. There was a time in hip hop where it was local celebrities that sort of had the fire for hip hop that created a world of their own in their community or in that borough. And Sweetie G was one of the guys that in Queens, for a long time, he was our star. And then his rap career grew and he became other people's stars, but he was always our star. So it was an honor for us to put Sweetie in this museum with Run DMC and Russell Simmons and Jam Master Jay and all the other guys that became icons. But Sweetie, not only after his rap career did he basically followed the same structure we did. The artistry of hip hop took him to a certain distance, and now the business of hip hop is taking him the rest of the way. So that's where we are now, and that's what we're going to sort of concentrate on for the duration.
And he's doing programs in 2011. I'm going to need a lot of support for it. we're gonna interface with him. He doesn't even know about it, so it was a surprise today.
Right.
Because this is where I'm from, so yeah, I heard the grumblings. I had to come home to get it right, so he's gonna
Oh, yeah.
ride with us.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, we get them open, I'll catch up, yeah. Sure, yeah.
Back over to Jennifer.
We're gonna get on the bus.
All right.